folks, they want to serve some dinner, and right now they have to serve the dinner to get it out in the proper, well, every hotter than you
Now, Judy, tell me a little bit about your sister. What's her background like? What's her personality like? Who is she, basically?
Who's Leslie? Leslie is a very fun-loving, easygoing type of girl. Kind of goes with the wind. As far as sense of direction and things like that, she's a little bit flaky, but overall, she's really a good kid. Just easy personality and a lot of fun.
Was she fun to grow up with? Was she a good sister? How would you rate her as a sister rates a sister?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I guess I give her about an 8. No, I give her about an 8. A 10 wouldn't be realistic, right? No sister's going to give each other sisters 10. No, Leslie and I always got along real well. We got along with each other's friends well. We still do, and we've been very close.
Now, you and Jonathan have been married 6 years.
Yes.
And what advice do you have for, newlyweds, people who are going to be going through the first year, the second year? What do's and don'ts have you got?
Well, I've given Leslie all the major do's and don'ts, but I guess just kind of go with the flow. It's going to be a lot of transitions. And
put the top of the toothpaste back on the tube.
On the tube, right.
In other words, little things.
Right.
Little things, that's
as long as they just have to work at it and compromise, and I think they love each other, so John and I have come out okay after 6 years, and I think hopefully she'll be just as happy as we are.
Okay. John, you've been kind of quiet there. What about the do's and don'ts for a marriage? What do you say?
I think compromise is the biggest thing, and just be aware of the other person's, little traits, and, be a good person.
What was your first impression of Judah when you met him? Where and when did he come into the picture?
I'm trying to remember when we first met Judah.
How long have they been going out?
About 2 years, 2.5 years?
Yeah. I think we met Judah at my parents' house. I think he came for Sunday brunch or dinner or something like that. And he just walked in, gave everybody a nice kiss, very warm personality, and basically that's how he struck me when I first met him, as a very warm person.
Was your sister ready for marriage for a while, or did this kind of just develop out of the blue, or what?
Definitely just developed. Leslie was far from ready for marriage. She was, flitting, having fun, going out with her girlfriends, and I guess, they say when you meet the right person, it happens. So it was definitely out of the blue, but everybody's happy about it.
Judah was ready before Leslie, and Leslie was kind of, she wasn't ready, and all of a sudden, almost overnight, she decided that she wanted to get married, and then Judah said, oh, maybe not so fast, but it worked out fine, and they could be very happy.
Could you tell that your sister was ready? Did something happen to her? Did she kind of start asking you for advice, or did she change when she would talk about Judah? Did she kind of get, misty-eyed? You know how girls get,
Yeah, no, she did. She, first she had questions. She wasn't sure. How do you know if I love somebody? And then all of a sudden, everybody was all starry-eyed and say, Judah, and Judah, it just clicked real quickly. I think, she kept saying, well, how am I going to know when I'm in love? I said, Leslie, when you know, you'll just know. And she said, yep, you're right, I just knew. So it happened naturally. Here they go, here they are.
Okay. In your hearts, how are you feeling towards Leslie and Judah right now? And don't tell me, tell Leslie and Judah.
I really have a very warm feeling for both of them, and I only can wish them as much happiness as John and I have had after 6 years and a wonderful 15-month-old son. They can be as happy as we are. That's the best I can wish them.
I can't say anything more. Leslie, Judah, we love you both, and good luck.
Now, when was the last time you gave your wife a nice kiss?
This morning.
Let's see you do it again. Thank you both. We'll see you back inside.
Okay.
We're on! Live! At Judah's wedding!
Well, I want to just say to you one thing, that the carrots are very good, and that have a very good time in Hawaii.
First of all, like you did, you see this when you come back from vacation. So in order for me to wish you have a good time in Hawaii, too late. You had a good time, where's the postcard? Where's the postcard? Oh, see ya. Next.
Mazel tov. tough, you guys. Tonight's really a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
We hope you're really happy. You deserve to be. You're both special people that came out in tonight's evening. So we're having fun. You guys have fun watching this. Bye.
Congratulations, Judah. Having a wonderful time. You may have been too busy this afternoon to know that the Mets were winning and the Knicks lost the lottery. But when you read, you'll probably hear about it before this. So. What do you guys think?
I'd like to wish Judah and Leslie a lot of nachas and a lot of babies that look like Leslie and not Judah. Thanks.
Judah and Leslie, this is for you. This is for you from Cheryl and I. Tonight, there'll be just any night. Tonight, there will be no morning star. But seriously, say something.
Congratulations, you did a beautiful job, and wish you great happiness. Wish you're going to have a wonderful life together.
Isn't she beautiful?
Isn't he cute?
Both of you. Congratulations. Albert has something he'd like to say.
That was very good, Suzanne. I want to wish you the best of luck, the two of you, Judah and Leslie, in case you didn't know who we were referring to. I want to wish you both the best of luck. Judah, you're leaving a string of broken hearts throughout DuPont Circle. Those rascal men will never be the same, but I'm sure you're leading that life, and you're going to have a better time in New Jersey with your lovely bride. Next.
Hi, Judah and Leslie. Listen, when Milchiks become Fleshik and Fleshik become Milchik, just dial 592-7849, and we'll be more than happy to tell you what to do. Just throw those dishes out and go out and buy new ones. Seriously, don't worry about it. Won't be so difficult. Just, you'll wing it. No problem. Hope you had fun. Wish I was there with you. Not exactly with you, but there. And we'll see you as soon as we get back. Bye.
I want to wish the two of you Mazel Tov. Judah, I want to play the Harding Road Championship all over again. That's enough of that. And lots of love and Mazel Tov forever.
Hey, Pickles, my mother says hello.
Oh no, why did I get nominated for this job? I don't know. Congratulations to the lovely couple. I'm very happy for them. The whole table is very happy for them. And we love you. I don't know.
This is to Judah and Leslie. May your marriage be like a pea pod, long, tender, and full of many baby peas. I just had to say that.
Wait a minute. The young man right here has something to say.
No profile, please.
He's the actor of the bunch. Give him the mic.
On behalf of the singles table, the swinging singles table, I'd like Judah and Leslie to know that you have created 3 lasting unions here tonight, and we're working on a 4th.
What are they?
Don't get any skin burns. No friction burns.
No, I was.
I wouldn't hesitate. Try to take you back. Take the hand of fate. Tears on my pillow. Babe, and my heart gone by
you're Cheryl, and you are you Cheryl's husband?
I'm Mr. Cheryl. Yes.
Mr. Cheryl to me.
Mr. Cheryl to everybody, yes. My claim to fame. I changed my name when I got married.
Speaking of married, I'm going to just quickly talk to both of you. I'm looking for marriage tips so Judah and Leslie can survive, and I thought, gosh, you guys are married, maybe you would know. Any ideas?
Yes, separate bedrooms. Immediately, right off the bat. Okay.
Tell me a little bit about Judah. What kind of a brother was he like?
He was absolutely adorable. Cutest baby in the entire family. Very lovable, very playful. He was the biggest cheppet on 2 feet. He could nudge you to death. He could drive you to the ground, to the grave. He would get a point and cheppet you and cheppet you and cheppet you. In fact, we called him the cheppet. But he was cute.
Was he popular with the girls in high school and in college? Did he do a lot of dating? Did girls find him attractive?
No. Sorry, Leslie.
True, no?
To women? No, you must have a different Judah.
I want to get.
Go out with a lot of girls. No.
Tell me, in your feelings, why do you think they work, these two? Why does Leslie like Judah, and why did Judah go and get married to Leslie?
Love is blind. They adore each other.
How do they work together? How do they help each other?
How do they help each other? What?
Why do they work so well together? That's what.
I just think they get along very well. They find out what each other's needs are and they fulfill them, which is the secret of success.
I would like to say just a few nice words to them.
I wish you much luck in a long and happy marriage and a beautiful family. And visit me, please.
Mr. Cheryl?
I would just like to echo my wife's words. Mazel tov, Judah and Leslie. Enjoy your life together. Enjoy each other. Have fun, and many, 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 many children.
Thank you both.
Were you trying to tell me something?
No, I was just...
I wouldn't hesitate. Glad to take you back. Take the hand of fate. Did you say I've got a lot to learn? Well, don't think I'm trying not to learn.
Judah, switch again. Yeah, let's switch. Oh, hold on.
for the show. You get ready now, go, cat, go. Follow me, sweet Jude. You can do anything to me, oh, be sweet Jude. Well, you knock me down, and on my face, that my name all over the place. Anything that you wanna do. Oh, yeah, but that's you, don't you? Say what you should shoot. You can do anything to me, oh, be sweet Jude. Yeah, I should be sweet Jude. Be sweet Jude. Be sweet Jude. Be sweet Jude. You can do anything to me, oh, but be sweet Jude. You ain't nothing but an outcome. Crying all the night. Ain't nothing but a hound dog. Crying all the night.
Mrs. Greenblatt, let's start off with some exciting stories about your son. Tell me anything about him.
What's exciting about Judah?
What did he do when he was younger? You were telling me something about photographs?
Oh no, he did that just this week. He's still very young, as you could tell. What did he do? Well, he collected all the photographs any photograph that had Judah Greenblatt in, and took them with him when he moved out of the apartment. So now that he moved into Leslie's apartment, because they're still looking for a place, he brought the photos back. So he and his brothers were reminiscing about what they did as children, how they looked as children. They had a great weekend because his brother is in from California for the wedding. And that's one story about Judah.
Okay. Your turn, Mr. Greenblatt.
The only thing that I can give you is a little vignette that it's apocryphal in our family. When Judah was around 12 years old, his brother, who was learning in a yeshiva in Baltimore, came home, and he came out with this gem. He said, "Gershon, are you a rabbi?" And he blushes every time we tell the story. So please treat Chris with a little discretion, will you? All right.
Well, what about? Tell me about.
Very interesting story. We once took a car trip to Litchfield, Connecticut, and at that time, how old was Judah? About 9
years.
Something like that. And that was the year that Nixon established relations with China. Now, we possess some very beautiful Chinese carpets. So we were sitting in the car listening to the news and came over the news that Nixon was making his first appearance in China and that we had established relations. And he piped up from the back, "Mom, Chinese rugs are not going to be worth as much." So I said, "What do you mean, Judah?" He said, "Well, now if America established relations with China, then they're going to trade and they'll get new Chinese rugs. So what do they need your old ones for? So they won't be worth as much money." I turned to my husband and I said, if a 9-year-old child understands that theory of economics, you don't have to worry about him in life at the age of 9.
Now your son is a married man. What?
Hard to believe.
And he's the first of the boys, isn't he, to get married?
Yes.
Well, yes.
He's and the youngest of the boys. So that's a hard cookie to swallow.
Did you expect him to get married at this age? Did you think that when he started going out with Leslie, A, he was going to marry her, and B, he was even ready for marriage?
Yes, I did think he was going to marry her, and B, I didn't think he was ready for marriage.
Okay.
I think he was very courageous to string Leslie along for over a year and a half.
Oh, I think she was very brave.
Without a bulletproof vest, because if I was Mr. Fisher, I'd have a shotgun and I'd have it right in his ribs after 8 or 9 months of courtship. But he actually went out with Leslie for
2.5
years, and I think he deserves the Congressional Medal of Honor for
And she
patience
deserves it.
and foresight in the face of extreme provocation.
They're a lovely couple, and we're very delighted. She's a lovely girl, and we're very happy. And we're sure that they will be happy together, and we hope that they will establish a very beautiful Jewish home. That's our wish.
Let's talk to them. Let's not talk to me. Let's talk to Judah and Leslie and tell them how you're feeling about them in your hearts.
That's it?
To them.
So how we feel?
Yes.
Okay, look here. Okay. I feel that life offers an unknown future, and the most important thing is to be prepared for
whatever comes along in a very positive frame of mind, so that, God forbid, if there's any dark clouds, whatever it may be, you will persevere. And when you celebrate your 40th anniversary, as we are on the verge of doing now, you look back and say that everything was worthwhile, and the crises, God forbid you shouldn't have them, but if there are any, will be like nothing. And all you remember is the happy moments and the positive side of married life. And you should be blessed with many children. We need more Greenblatts, more Fishers, and I hope you do your
More
part.
Jews.
Okay.
Amen.
Amen.
All I could say is amen to whatever he said. I agree with it.
Thank you very much, you too.
And I must say, the first 40 years are the hardest.
Oh, could you kiss your wife for us? Because that ends an interview so nicely. When was the last time you gave your wife a kiss?
When was the last
Are
time?
you going to tell him that private information? You are not going to tell him that.
When was the last time you gave your husband?
I think you would be privy
You're
to
not
it.
privy to that information either.
Go ahead. I think it might have been Wednesday afternoon in the
Wednesday?
kitchen.
No, was it Thursday?
When you were suffering from exhaustion because we were preparing for a lavish Friday night meal.
Well, how about a kiss?
I sort of went over and said, darling, je t'aime. And I must say she was putty in my hands. And from then on, she got her second wind.
And she was
and
putty
we had
in your hands.
We had a very delightful Friday night meal, and everything was fun.
How about a kiss now to show us what it was like? We'll see you inside. Thanks. The first question I have is, tradition says that when a young man wants to marry a woman, a girl, he has to approach the father and he has to ask both parents, I guess, for her hand in marriage. Is that the case? Did that happen? There's so much tradition now.
Never happened. All he did was fall in love with my daughter, which is understandable, and they got married.
He didn't come up to you and said,
No.
what does he call you? Does he call you Dad or Mom now?
Not yet. Right now he calls me Mr. Fisher. But eventually I hope he'll call me Herb. My other son-in-law calls me Herb.
He does.
Okay.
What would you like him to call you, Mrs. Fisher?
They don't call me anything. Grandma, the other one calls me.
Well, now, Leslie married a very nice fellow. Did you know that she was going to get married to Judah when they first started dating? Did you know?
No.
Was she ready for marriage?
You know, they've been going together about 2.5 years.
How old is she now?
26.
26. Is that a good age to get married these days?
Young.
It is. What about you two? Where did you two meet? When did you two get married?
we're
What's your
related.
story?
We're related. No. She's my third
Yes,
cousin.
Yes, our fathers were cousins.
And we-
I came from Connecticut, and he came from Brooklyn. And they were up vacationing, and his father said, you know, I have a cousin I haven't seen for like 25 years.
So you didn't really know each other, but you were related.
No.
Where did you first lay eyes on this young man here?
It's Highland Lake, Connecticut, and we just bought a house there,
Come home.
a summer home, right next door to where we met.
She has a winter home in Florida.
Whose idea is that? What was it like when you first met your wife? Do you remember that day?
Do I remember? Yeah, she was barefoot and I put shoes on her.
I was at the lake, barefoot, and in shorts. Right?
What did he come up and say to you? Did he fall in love with you right away?
I became very friendly with him and invited him back up for the weekend.
And from then on, you were dating and married and
For years, a couple of years.
How many years have you been married?
37.
37 years.
Seems like yesterday.
Oh, Herbie, you don't really mean that, do you?
Is there any difference in getting married now than there was, say, 37 years ago? Is a marriage a marriage?
A bigger wedding, that's all. Otherwise, I don't think there's any difference. No.
What about some guidelines for the young couple? What should they do to survive marriage?
Be happy.
Yeah.
Just love each other,
Make
that's all.
concessions.
Make concessions.
And don't
Just
be meat
feel
people.
good for each other. That's all.
Zena, he's asking, what do we do to have a marriage last so long? This is my sister-in-law. That's my in-laws?
Before I let you go, I want to know a little bit about Leslie as she was growing up and her position in the family. She's the youngest. Did that mean she got away with
and
murder?
She's the liveliest of all, and she has the best tennis player, and she's really a jock. And she's the only one of the three.
Did she get away with murder growing up? They say the youngest doesn't have to break ground. The older ones do that.
Probably.
But she was the easiest.
She was the easiest to bring
But she
up.
does everything. You know, she water skis, scuba dives, plays the piano, plays tennis, whatever you want.
Did she pick up traits that each one of you has? Like, were you a water
I
skier?
play
or-
tennis a lot. She's my favorite partner.
Can she beat you? She does beat you.
Sometimes.
That's bad.
He trained her until she finally beat him. Then he stopped sending her to tennis camp.
Smart father. Now, in your hearts, how are you feeling towards Judah, towards Leslie today? It's a very wonderful, special day, and I don't really want you to tell me because they're the ones who are going to see this tape, and it's
Well,
really your message
A
is for
very
them.
simple answer. I think that.
Say Judah and Leslie.
He's very much in love with him, and that's all that really counts. And he loves her, and I'm sure they'll make a wonderful, wonderful marriage.
Very sweet. Okay, Miss.
I agree.
You know, I've been asking all of my interviews to end with a kiss, and not a kiss to me, but when was the last time you kissed your wife? I don't know.
At the ceremony today. At the ceremony.
You two are perfect. Thanks. We'll see you inside. Thank you.
It's I know you all know how to do it. So ladies, get those hands going. Give them some encouragement. All right, so listen, here we go. Get ready. Get set. Do the work. Come on, get down to it. Let me see it now. Yeah. sing. And then the water rabbit ain't no friend. Look out now, yeah, it's 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your nightmares out. Join me, hunt. We're gonna rock, rock, rock. Till the day is done. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Rock, rock, rock. Till the day is done. Rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 1 and 4, it start playing. Rock around the clock tonight. Rock, rock, rock. Till the day is done. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. What is it? And 7, we dancing in 7 day. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Rock, 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 till one day night. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. One more time. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock till one day night. We're gonna rock the clock tonight. Rock, 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 till one day night. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
First of all, what's your reaction to Judah marrying Leslie right off the bat? How do you feel about that?
That he is the luckiest guy in the world.
You do?
I do.
Next, Harris, your turn. What do you think? What's your reaction to the news? They got married? How do you think?
Wonderful. It's wonderful.
They make a nice couple?
They surely do. Beautiful, beautiful couple.
All right. Jennifer, tell me a little bit about Leslie. You're her cousin. What kind of a cousin is she?
She's the best cousin. She's really great.
Yeah.
Better than me?
Do you have any funny stories to tell me about her? What kind of a person is she? I understand she's a copywriter. Is that true?
True.
Has she always been a writer? Has she always been in tune with what's going on?
She is one of the most in tune people that I know. Really? Yes.
Now, why do you say that? Seriously?
Because she is. It's just one of those things that one knows.
I see.
Yeah, because she's sensitive and thoughtful.
Go ahead.
Those sort of
You can
things.
explain that.
No, I explained it.
Now, were you folks? Were you there when Judah first came into the picture? I'm sure you were. Do you remember how well they got along? Have they always had a wonderful romance together?
I was related to her after that time. I don't really remember what happened then.
Okay.
No, yes, they got along
Did they?
perfectly, yes.
Jennifer's going to help me out with this interview. Thank you very much.
Yes, it was just love at first sight, I think, yeah.
Did you know they were going to get married before they got married?
No, but I wanted them to get married before.
Do you think that when you get married, you'd like to marry a guy kind of like him?
Yeah, he's great, yeah.
No problems at all. If there's anything you could change, you wouldn't change anything?
Well, no, I don't know. No, I think, yeah, he's great.
You got to think about that, huh?
Well, no, I like him.
Harris, what do you think the future is going to hold for those two?
I hope it holds happiness, love, health, and prosperity.
And, well, I don't want to ask for any advice because I've been told by my crew, don't ask for advice anymore, but just from the bottom of your hearts, maybe you could tell them how you're feeling about them and what you hope their future holds. Not me, but you can tell them. Leslie and Judah?
Much health and happiness.
Well, I just did. Again, I wish them only
Wish them.
that you have years in a lifetime of happiness, good health, and prosperity.
Good. And Jennifer, your turn to say to Leslie and Judah.
I ditto that out, and I love you both.
Good.
And Leslie and Judah, we have a little surprise for you. Because all of these people were here at 8 o'clock this morning rehearsing this with me.
We rehearsed 4-part harmony and choreography and the whole bit. And they're going to sing a song for you right now. But not just any song, it's a special song very appropriate for tonight. It was recorded in 1963 by the Dixie Cups. It was the #1 song that year. Oh, yes. Well, you weren't at the rehearsal, but you knew that anyway. I didn't see you there. Now, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to sway back and forth, get the feel of it.
Go to the chapel and we're gonna get
For those of you who don't know the words, we'll give you the words. Go to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Go to the chapel and we're gonna get married. We really love you and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel of love. Go to the chapel and we're gonna get married. We really love you and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel of love. Bells will ring. Bells will ring. Stars will shine. I'll be hers. Come on, she'll be mine. We'll love until the end of time. The end of time. And we'll never be lonely anymore. One more time. Go to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Go to the chapel and we're gonna get married. We really love you and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel of love. Yeah, going to the chapel of love. Yeah, going to the chapel of We have a special request for you. Speaking of 1963, can we get our groom and a couple of the ushers up here to sing along with the band? Come on, stand up here. Come on, Judah. Come on, Judah. Right here, right here. Say hello.
Leslie and Judah are going to look at yours for now. Leslie's going to go, those are my sister-in-laws.
Oh, she was so skinny then. Oh, Cheryl looks great. Ethan looks like a fly.
Oh, did she turn out to be a blanketeer blank? Hi, Mom.
What do you
We
think-
love you, Leslie.
What do you think the future is going to be like for those two now, Judah and Leslie? What's it going to hold?
I don't know how it could compare to tonight. The level of excitement, how you can keep it up, but what's it going to hold?
What do you hope it to hold?
What I hope it holds children. My kids are the only grandchildren in the entire family. They are so lonely. They are dying for first cousins fast before they're too old to appreciate them, please.
Now, I don't know where you fit into the family picture. Are you younger or
I'm the
older?
youngest.
You're the youngest.
I'm the youngest.
Were you going to ask
Judah's
if she's younger or older than me?
No.
Why not?
Judah's is the closest in age to me. So
Edie's a baby.
as what Cheryl said before about Judah being a Chepit, I concur wholeheartedly. But we used to share a common bathroom, and I must say, Leslie, you'll have to cope with his socks. They're not very pleasant, but they're all over the place at times. And you know,
What else will she have to cope with? Tell me more.
the hair in the shower drain, and you know, the shaving, and the contact lens solution. He always leaves it out, never puts it away. Very annoying. But it was, I'm going to miss sharing a bathroom with Judah.
Mix the contact lens solution.
No, ever since he moved out, it's been lonely there. You know,
I'm sure it's been tough.
No, I still can't use his air conditioner, but now he gave it to me. But I'm going to miss him, and I hope that they have a long and happy life together.
Would you like to tell them that? Look right into the camera and say, Leslie.
Happy life together, Leslie and Judah. And when you look at this in years to come, you're going to laugh, and it's going to be, you know, of course, your 25th wedding anniversary when your kids make a nice bash and everything, and they show the videos to all your neighbors. You're going to say, that's what my sister looked like, and that's what we looked like. And you'll look back, and we hope that you'll remember this day for a long, long time.
Cheryl, you want to add anything to that?
Leslie, keep him. We don't want him back.
All right. Thanks, Bo.
Ratu Adonai Eloheinu melech olam shakol bara l'chvodo. Ratu Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher bara. Asher b'rosh v'simcha chosam v'chalo ki larina ditza v'chedevo ahava v'yachavo v'shalom v'reyos me'iro Adonai Eloheinu yishama b'yorei Yehuda b'chutzos Yerushalayim Shashan v'kol simcha, kol chasan v'kol kalo, kol mitzalosh chasanim michupasam,